a republic, if you can keep it. Let us discuss the issues.
Benjamin Franklin, the one thing that we have to say is that unlike some of the other founding fathers, he wasn't a war hero. He wasn't, he was a great statesman, but he's one of the probably the most unique founding fathers. I know I've said it before where the founding fathers of America are truly basically Renaissance men, where they were so good at everything, but he is literally the epitome of this. No formal education, yet was one of the most intelligent and most well-rounded and balanced founding fathers that I think there is.
Yeah. And, in contrast to someone like George Washington, for example, who was Johnny on the spot, doing this, doing that, doing the troops, doing this, being president, all sorts of action. Even John Adams, always in the background doing this and this, all sorts of stuff. You and I were talking before we got on stage. Benjamin Franklin, he's like the slow roll, baby. He's slow roll. He just makes it sweet, fine, and consistent. And by the time the revolution really was kicking off, he was what? Let's see.
Late 60s, early 70s.
Just under 70 years old. So he was long in the tooth. And for that time, the life expectancy was like late 60s, early 70s. So, people would say, well, what are you going to do, old man? Well, let me tell you what the man old did.
Right.
So let's kick it off. Not only that, but he understood the printing world. He understood the mechanics he did all the stuff with candle making. He did all the stuff with his hands. And everyone thinks of, well, I shouldn't say that. I think the first gist, or the people think of Benjamin Franklin as this very suave, sophisticated guy who's the ambassador, who likes, who's talking, learned. He barely got into high school before he had to stop. And here's a guy who worked with his hands and worked with his brain. And he didn't let anything get in his way and became absolutely ultra successful.
Here's one other interesting fact. Benjamin Franklin actually suggested the first bird of the United States. You know what we almost had? The turkey.
The turkey.
So could you imagine that instead of the majestic eagle, we get the turkey?
Yeah.
Anyway.
Not everyone's perfect. No offense, Ben, but seriously, freaking turkey.
Right.
Whatever.